going in, we all gonna have our favorites and the way we think, but we never know until we see. Because like you say, if Canelo come out that thing hungry, it'll be a tough night.
But Crawford is too good for it to not be competitive for as long as it lasts, right? I just think Canelo is gonna knock him out. I think he's gonna stop him.
The hype around this fight is Canelo's fading because he's getting decisions while he's basically dropping everyone he fights. So I don't see where you're fading at, but Floyd got praised for getting decisions.
Experts say the fight between Canelo Álvarez and Terence Crawford could have a dramatic ending. Roy Jones Jr., while talking with Andre Ward, called it a true 50-50th matchup since both fighters are amazing in their own way. Still, Jones admitted he slightly favors Canelo, saying everyone naturally has a favorite. He added that if Canelo enters the ring with the same hunger he had earlier in his career, it could be a very tough night for Crawford.
First hear about it, Dre. I like a lot of things about the fight. I like that Bud took his time when it beefed up early because he knew it was coming. So when you got time to get ready and get right, that's a big thing. You can't take nothing away from Canelo. Canelo has been there for a while. Great puncher, great boxer puncher. If Bud can take the punch, which we're pretty sure he can do, we'll have a good fight on our hands. I think there are several ways for Bud to win it, but one way for Canelo to lose it. I ain't gonna disclose none of that, but that's just my thoughts.
We'll do that as we get closer.
Exactly.
Yeah. But do you feel comfortable saying who you think the winner gonna be?
No, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna feel comfortable saying it because I like both guys. And when you got two guys of their caliber, you can't really count either guy out. You know that yourself.
That's a fact.
Bud is a champion. That says a lot. And on top of that, Bud is still hungry. You understand me? Canelo did his thing too, but I don't know if he got that hunger still left in him. You understand me? And that's what I think, that's the only thing that bothers me. If he's still hungry, then we're in for a good night. If he's not hungry, it's gonna be rough.
Yeah, I agree, man. I know it's gonna be it's gonna be a great fight, and it's not a lot of matchups in boxing that you can guarantee a great night. Like you can guarantee it's gonna be a great fight.
Without a question.
And I say that because just following both guys throughout the years, they both got the intangibles, the stuff you can't see unless you know what you're looking at. The stuff, it ain't an X and O thing, it's here, right? Like it's that stubbornness for greatness. Like Canelo, though he's had some mishaps, he's had some draws, he's had some losses, I feel like if you ask Canelo what happened there, he's got a perfectly good reason why that happened.
Exactly, that's everybody in boxing.
Right.
Showbiz, a well-known boxing analyst, shared his thoughts on the matchup, saying that age and experience give Canelo Álvarez the edge. He explained that while Terence Crawford is an incredible fighter with unmatched skills, he is still 3 years older than Canelo, and that matters at the highest level. Showbiz said Canelo has already proven himself as one of the greatest undisputed champions in boxing history, and that's why so many analysts support him. For Showbiz, the safest pick is Canelo because his experience, power, and championship mindset make him stand out from his challengers.
That people have for Terence Bud Crawford. But for me, a 38, you guys know my takes, but a 38-year-old welterweight versus Saul Canelo Álvarez, undisputed super middleweight, who is 3 years younger than him. Listen, Terence Bud Crawford is too good for it to not be competitive for as long as it lasts, right? I just think Canelo is gonna knock him out. I think he's gonna stop him. I mean, he probably not knock him out cold, but I think he's going to stop him. All right. Now, but what I can say is I saw Terence Crawford his last workout shit, and for all of you guys who said that this photo was photoshopped and said that this wasn't real and all that shit, look at Terence Crawford's physique. Look, certain stuff you can't fake. Yeah, you can probably up the sharpness here, have certain lighting here, but it doesn't give you more muscles. If you're in shape, you're in shape. It doesn't add muscles that aren't there, like real Photoshop type of thing. Yeah, the lighting was good. He just got a pump out, right, a workout on, pause. But still, this is how he looks, right here. Just like you see him in natural light, you see him in black and white, the guy is in dog shape. All right. Another thing I liked about this episode, you guys got to go to Terence Bud Crawford's channel to see his episodes. of him being prepared. I think this is the last one because right now it's fight week. It is fight week, everybody. No turning back now. All right, what, you got the media workout tomorrow? You got the press conference. I think, what was that?
On the Porter Way podcast, several analysts compared Canelo Álvarez's current stage to Floyd Mayweather's money era. They said Canelo is no longer just fighting for titles. His name alone is enough to dominate the sport. Some critics say Canelo is past his prime, but the panel disagreed, asking how that could be true when he keeps beating every opponent, no matter their style or background. They called him the greatest Mexican fighter and praised his run as the best undisputed champion of recent times. According to them, the talk about Canelo's decline is really just people refusing to give him the credit he deserves.
This point where Floyd was at, where I remember covering Floyd for the Maidana fight, and my question to him live was, did you really pay $1.5 million for Maidana not to wear these horsehair gloves? And it's like, I don't have to tell you. And that's it. I'm Floyd. I told you I don't have to tell you, and he walks away. It's like, boxing is so different.
Look at this and Floyd's the best fighter of my lifetime. I was a little too young to watch Roy in the early 90s. That would have been a challenge to that claim, but it's I've been saying, like, just as important as his great career has been what he's left behind, and what he's left behind it isn't good. Look what it's producing. I think everybody agrees with that.
Effect.
Yeah, the Mayweather effect. So,
but there's a double standard because Canelo's in his what would you call it? Money Canelo era.
Yeah.
And to bring it back to the main subject of Crawford and Canelo, the hype around this fight is Canelo's fading because he's getting decisions while he's basically dropping everyone he fights. So I don't see where you're fading at, but Floyd got praised for getting decisions.
Yeah, but
you don't see a fade from Canelo?
That skull fight was rough.
I mean, but that was more. I don't think that was a fade. I don't think that was a fade more than it was self-entitlement, right? It's like, I'm Canelo. I'm not chasing you.
100%.
He didn't win the fight. Like, if we're forget CompuBox, because let you. CompuBox is someone just like me with their Great Adventures clicker going just like this. So I can use my own television and my own eyes.
He sided with Terence Crawford, pointing out that Crawford usually starts his fights with sharp precision and should have strong early rounds against Canelo. More importantly, he highlighted Crawford's ability to finish fights in style. Known as one of the best closers in boxing, Crawford doesn't just win, he often ends fights in dominant fashion. His confidence in Crawford comes from the belief that once Crawford finds his rhythm, he can control the later rounds and earn a convincing victory.
Each other and saying some stupid shit. Casual fans are like, oh, 1 second, what's going on? Like, is there something going on over there? And I feel like these two would do that. Plus, it's going to be a decent fight.
It will be a decent fight. Do you know who? It's only you mentioned it there. Do you know who? Not disappointed in terms of how his career has been going. I think it's going quite well, but that he's not a bigger name as Boots Ennis.
Yeah,
that guy has the style, everything, the flair, everything to be a big star, and he's just not. And do you know what I think it is? I'm not having a go at Eddie Hearn or anything. I think it's the matchmaking. I think he's fighting guys. Even now, go to 154. He needs those big fights. He needs those because at the end of the day, David Avanesian, it's like, okay, he's a good fighter, but like, they're going to put butts in seats.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, there's only so long you can matchmake him against people that we don't care about.
Yes.
Like even Stanionis, unification fight, Stanionis was good, but okay, you beat Stanionis, it has to be a bigger name.
Yeah.
I mean, Virgil Ortiz has been screaming for you. Erickson Lubin's there, just as something exciting. Another American maybe. Sometimes you need that. Like the American fans won't relate to him fighting non-Americans that we don't even know.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't even know some of these guys that he's fighting, so that doesn't help. Anyway, look, we could go on and on and on and on, but this is Canelo Terence Crawford special.
It is.
Because we are filming this on Monday. So we're only, 5 days away.
See, I'm already smiling.
From what people
smiling thinking about
the
this
fight of the century.
Nonito Donaire, the multi-division world champion, shared a balanced view of the fight. He said Canelo Álvarez has spent years in this weight class and earned his spot through countless battles. Canelo's natural power at this size is undeniable, and Donaire pointed out that Crawford hasn't yet proven he has the same strength in these heavier divisions. For Donaire, the big question is how well Crawford will handle the extra weight on fight night. Still, he believes the fight is a true 50-50 matchup because Crawford's elite skills allow him to adapt and surprise even the toughest opponents.
You know, Canelo's been in this weight for a very long time, and he's gained that body, that experience. He has the power. He has the accolades to show it all off too. And of course, with Terence, I believe is the more skillful fighter, but he's going up a lot of weight classes to get there. He's never fought in 160, so that's a question. Is that weight really gonna affect him or not? The moment he gets hit in the arm or anything like that, is he gonna think otherwise? You know, that's the question. But when it comes down to it, the way they are, Crawford is very skillful. He's very talented. He can box, he can brawl, he can do anything. But then Canelo also has that power to neutralize things. But he's always had problem with people who walks or runs around him or moves around him. So that's the question that I have to give it a 50-50 because I give Canelo the power, the leverage in this weight, but then I give the skills and the talent and the speed to Crawford. And that's why this is going to be a very, very, very interesting and entertaining fight.
An analyst looked back at the early days of Canelo Álvarez's boxing career and said his development was unlike most fighters. From the very start, coaches noticed that Canelo had an exceptional level of natural power, much more than what you'd expect from someone his age. While most young boxers slowly build strength through years of training, Canelo seemed to have it naturally, which made him stand out as a teenager in the gym. That raw strength never faded. It became the foundation of his professional style. Throughout his career, opponents have often commented on the heaviness of his punches and how he wears fighters down over the course of a fight. Even after years of championship bouts and high-pressure nights, Canelo's power is still one of his most dangerous weapons. The analyst said this long-standing advantage makes Canelo a nightmare for opponents at the elite level. For Terence Crawford, who has never faced someone with this mix of size, power, and experience, the danger is very real. Once the exchanges heat up, many believe Canelo's power could be the deciding factor.
Power. Even when Canelo was a young lad, a young Canelito, aka Cinnamon, growing up in Mexico, you hear Eddie Reynoso and Eddie Reynoso's father, who trained Canelo first, talk about how he was a big kid for his age. He was muscled up at 13, 14 when he started boxing in the gyms of Guadalajara. He was knocking out grown men by the age of 15, 16. And I know Terence Crawford was doing the same over in Omaha, Nebraska. My point is, Canelo has always carried some power, carried some strength, carried some devastation in his hands, and that's gone up with him. And I know that people have questioned that because who really carries that kind of power going up? But Canelo's been able to do it, and you know, people like Manny Pacquiao have been able to do it. Usually you go up, and when you go up in weight, your skill carries the bill, and Canelo has skill, and Manny Pacquiao had skill, but there's still that nasty, nasty power in his hands. And one of the things that we have seen is that Canelo, regardless if he's being outboxed maybe early in fights, or regardless if people have landed on him, look at the Caleb Plant fight, look at the Billy Joe Saunders fight, again, not saying they're the same talent level, but he has found at many points of those fights, even if he's quote-unquote being outboxed, he has found the button. The one play that maybe didn't work as well, or two places I would say, were obviously Floyd Mayweather, Dimitri Bivol, and the Triple G fight, because Triple G was just made out of iron just like Canelo is, right? But usually that power carries him through. So one of his strengths is when he downloads, when he does dissect, when he does find the opening, he's able to capitalize in a big way. And all that boxing you did rounds 1 to 6, it may have you up on the scorecards, but it leaves you vulnerable from round 7 to 12. Because Canelo's, and he's hitting shoulders, and he's hitting ribs, and those arms are getting
That's
heavy.
it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned, because we've got more big updates coming your way. Until next time.